Hello viewers, welcome to our third episode on Responsible Computing Project. I hope you are learning something from this project. Remember, responsible computing starts with me. Responsible computing starts with you.
My name is Dr. Dorothy Bundi, a lecturer in the Department of Computer Science in the School of Computing at Meru University of Science and Technology. In the team, I have been the tutorial assistant, and this has given me the role of assisting my students who are outside doing a project on a document management system at a company known as Lanstar in Nairobi that is involved in the development of software that is able to service different organizations like the financing organizations, banks and SACCOs. And my role was to ensure our students are able to, or the student team was able to meet the deadline and was also able to report to the Mozilla team, research team, and also to be able to meet the deadline that was set.
So my name is Celestine Kilonzo. I am a fourth-year student currently doing computer science, and in this project I was a backend developer.
My name is Gerald Moteru, a third-year student taking computer science. My role was a front-end developer.
My name is George Onyango. I'm a fourth-year student taking Bachelor of Science in Data Science. And in this project of DMS, my role was as a backend developer.
My name is Vanessa Crystal. I'm a third-year student taking cybersecurity and forensics. And in the team, I was a front-end developer.
I'm Ogweno Bryson Odhiambo. I'm a third-year student pursuing medical laboratory sciences. In the team, I was serving as the social media manager. Yeah.
So for this project, I really wanted to put in practice the skills which I've been learning in class and see how they blend in solving a real-world project.
I wanted to apply the skills that I've learned in school on a real-world project.
I wanted to implement what we have been taught in class and also to experience the real-world situation where we are dealing with the facts and the real projects which are used in the industry.
I joined this project since it was a great opportunity for me to integrate my skills in developing as well as security.
Actually, I have a passion in innovation, and in the project, I was motivated to give the visibility to the project.
Being a computer science student, the fact that I've learned databases and algorithm really helped me.
Some of the programming skills that I was taught in class, I was able to apply them in the project.
My academic background as a data scientist was to ensure that we develop a document management system which is able to track and store the document securely so that there is no breach and there is also efficiency in retrieving these documents.
Okay, as a student of cybersecurity, I always wanted to see whether I can implement such practices such as secure coding, and this was a great opportunity for me to implement secure coding practices.
Now, my background is medical laboratory sciences, where we deal with much of the structured data and also we deal with much of the documentation. Now, in the team, I was having also as I was documenting the information. Yeah, so it went hand in hand.
So for my team, we developed a document management system which is going to help in efficient storage and good retrieval of data from the system.
We developed a document management system that enables users to upload and manage documents in a system.
Many organizations today are using manual file storage and unsecure systems to store their files. Therefore, this our DMS was to handle this problem and provide a more robust and secure way to store and retrieve these files.
So we are developing a document management system that enables users to upload and share and download documents so as to make the management of documents easier.
Well, now our team was developing a data management system that helped ease the work or lessen the paperwork.
So in this project, I was acting as a backend developer and I designed the core logic of the system.
I was tasked with designing the UI UX of the system, developing the several pages that users will see, and also ensuring that the components were functional.
As a backend developer in DMS, I was tasked to ensure that there is a secure and two-factor authentication for the users who are logging into this system, and also to ensure that the files are securely stored in the database and also in the mini-IO storage.
So I worked on development of the front-end components such as the registration, logging, dashboard, and also integration of API endpoints.
Well, now in the team, I was the task that I was handling. I was doing the documentation part, and I was tracking the progress of the techies, and I was also doing the creation of the content. Yeah.
So in this project, I used Java for the backend. I still used Redmine for documentation, Postman for testing my endpoints.
I used React, TypeScript, Figma, and also, yeah, those three.
In the industry, tools we used was Java, and we used Jakarta, EE. We also used Redmine for documentation of the process, and we also used mini-IO for file storage and MySQL for metadata storage for these things.
So we used React, Ant-Design, and TypeScript for developing the front end. Then we used Bitbucket for version control, and Redmine and Slack for communication.
Well, now I was using the Adobe Photoshop, I was using the Adobe Illustrator, and part of the Google Workspace in documentation.
Tutorial assistance has been a good mentor and guidance for me, since at some point I found it discouraging and difficult for me to carry out some tasks, but she always kept on motivating me.
The tutorial assistant was a great motivator when you felt unmotivated.
The tutorial assistant helped us to focus on what we were supposed to do, and whenever there is a challenge, we were to reach out to her, and she helped us out where she could.
The tutorial assistant's guidance has been of great help, since she helped us track our progress and meet our deadlines.
It did us much in mentorship, and also she helped us maintain the responsible computing practices.
I faced a great turning point whereby our system turned from being a simple storage system which did not have a lot of security implementation to a system which really needed some good security, since it's a document management system. So at this point we had to ensure that we really implemented access control in our system, and this really made it easy for us to know how to handle that, and it was a great turning point for me.
One of the major breakthroughs we had was when implementing the upload feature, but we were able to break through assistance from our mentors.
The turning point for me in this project was when I first handled a real-world project which was required to work in the organizations, and therefore I learned the difference between what we are studying in class and what is required of us in the field, and therefore I had a knowledge and an understanding of how the real-world projects are supposed to be.
For me, I can say the major breakthrough was when we finally integrated the front end and the back end.
Yeah, that is when we stopped viewing the project as just a record-keeping project.
So for this system, I had a difficulty on committing my tasks at a given timeline, and I also had another big challenge in creating a simple system as a user-friendly one.
Some of the challenges we faced is integration of the API endpoints with the backend.
The challenges we faced during this project were many, but one of them is when we had to coordinate with the front-end people, and yet on what they should integrate was not fully implemented on my side, and therefore I had to work extra harder for them to get the project or the model on time.
We have faced challenges such as meeting target deadlines and also implementing some features.
I faced the challenges of meeting the deadlines.
So for the timeline issue, we created tickets with my team, and these tickets really helped us to submit our tasks at the required time. And for the in order to create a user-friendly system, we really did a lot of research, and this really helped us.
We overcame that challenge through effective communication.
As a team, we ensured a more communication so that what somebody needs, the other person gets on time, and therefore the work becomes smoother so that there is no collision or other undelivered parts of the project.
We asked the supervisors who are there with us in the team to show us, and we also did research.
It forced us to come up with a schedule or a calendar that enabled us or that directed us in doing that.
We had a session whereby we were supposed to do a presentation, but then the database ended up breaking down, and this was a great issue for me. But then I solved this problem by creating some better queries which were bringing this problem out.
One moment was when implementing the upload feature, which through help we managed to implement it.
The moment something went astray or differently the way we expected was when we were supposed to have a tech meeting to demonstrate where we have reached as a team, but some of the core parts of the project was not finished. So we had to increase our pace and ensure that by that time we managed to deliver what the techies needed us to do.
During our last presentation, some of the features were not working well, and we had to delay our presentation.
Well, now the issue of meeting the deadlines actually delayed part of our project, and that forced us to come up with the solution of creating the calendar.
By carrying out this project, I've been able to deepen my backend development skills.
I've gained skills like designing web interfaces and also developing front-end.
New skills I learned, one of them was how to create a secure and robust foundation of a real-world project or website which can handle the traffic and also ensure the delivery of the project or the service that is needed, and therefore I had skills on that.
I've furthered my front-end development skills, and I've also learned how to use TypeScript.
Now I got to enhance my skills in storytelling and also brand identity.
So from this project, I've learned that responsible computing is not only about paying attention on the functionality, but ensuring that you give out an efficient system and one which ensures that data is handled out in an ethical manner.
It has enabled me to learn how to build transparent and user-friendly systems.
On academic quality assurance, the project helped us, or me specifically, to understand on what to do and not only to think of what is supposed to do. So I had to implement what is required in the field, and not only what you were taught, but also to acquire skills, the ones that is used in the industry, and also that helped us to ensure a security of whatever we were doing, the project.
I've learned that responsible computing isn't just about building code, but also making sure that you build ethical code and also inclusive code.
Actually, the project has shown me, or I've come to realize, that it is not all about computing, but it's not all about coding, but it is all about responsibility, and it is also all about ethical practices. Yeah.
I have learned that in teamwork, communication is the key, and in any team, collaboration makes it easy to conquer any challenge.
I've learned that teamwork requires effective communication, and also personal responsibility is crucial.
With the teamwork, I learned that 2 heads it's better than 1, and therefore as a team we managed to do the project on time, and also to ensure that the intended purpose, the goals, are also met, of which you cannot do as a single person.
I've learned that communication is an important part of teamwork and collaboration.
I've come to realize that teamwork is not all about people doing the same things, but it is all about different people with the different skills.
I think that document management system is going to help such departments manage documents in an efficient manner and help in easy retrieval of those documents.
Our solution will enable them to manage documents effectively.
The department quality assurance, we ensured that whatever we are doing is what is expected and is in line with the authorities' regulations, so that we do nothing out of range, and we also ensure that the ethics are observed in all the things we did, so that there is no collision, there is no stress in our project. Therefore, we deliver the factual and real project.
This solution will enable the people who are using it to manage documents effectively and faster.
Actually, the solution that we came up with has really enhanced or lessened the paperwork and increased efficiency.
Being part of this project really means a lot to me, because it has helped me to participate in a real-world project.
Being part of the Mozilla RCC project has been a great opportunity for me, as I've been able to apply the skills and knowledge I've learned.
Being here in Mozilla helped me a lot, because firstly, I learned how to collaborate. I learned how to ensure good communication with the teams, and also I learned the project, the real-world problem, and also how to solve these problems.
It means a lot to me, since it has helped me gain new skills and also enabled me to further my knowledge.
To me, being part of the Mozilla project is an exposure, and similarly, it is also a responsibility.
This experience is really going to influence my career, since I've really been able to learn a lot in system security, and this has always been a great challenge to me.
I definitely see myself pursuing the front-end developer path.
And this experience helped me a lot to ensure that in my future career, I ensure the integrity we implemented during this project, and also to shape my thinking of understanding how the things are working outside there, so that when you go there as an employer or employee, you know what is expected of you, and therefore you are not green or they're having the basic knowledge from school alone, but also having some experience that is needed in the industry.
This project has made me realize that I also want to do web development apart from cybersecurity.
Personally, in my career path and academic path, I'm influenced to blend the tech and the science.
I'd like to share that in any challenge, always feel energized to give it a try and never feel discouraged by anything. For instance, in this system, at some point, I was feeling that I lack energy to continue, but I always kept on motivating myself, and by the end of it all, it ended up being a success.
It has been a great journey, which has been full of learning new skills.
Well, I'd like to say that it's not all about what you are confined to do, but it's all about what your passion and your interest has in you.
Yeah, I would like to advise other students that there is no need to fear any complexities. Always give it a try, and all will always end up being well.
I'd definitely urge them to apply for such opportunities in the future.
My advice to other students was to ensure that when they are studying in class, they should consider any opportunity like this one of Mozilla, so that they can have an extra experience on their skills or on their academics.
I'll advise them to join as it has been a very good opportunity to learn things outside of class.
To the other students outside there, don't be limited, but in as much as you have the view and the perspective of what you want to do, don't be limited in doing anything.
Thank you for watching the 3 episode on responsible computing. I hope you've been able to learn something from this. This is Dr. Meru, the principal investigator for this project.